No longer are ab exercises included in any of my workouts, and instead, these are my top 5 favorite multi-joint exercises that I do every week, multiple times a week to build and keep my abs. And if you're new here, I'm Jaclyn. I'm a certified strength and conditioning specialist. Now, let's jump into these 5 exercises that indirectly work your abs. Pull-ups. Trying to do a pull-up without using your abs is difficult. Not impossible, but difficult and not ideal. Using your abs is pretty critical to pull-ups, so indirectly you're working your abs. You have to maintain that rigid torso, keeping all of your muscles contracted and engaged to keep a steady spine, your steady torso, so you're not swinging front and back, but also help lift you up and lift you down in a controlled fashion. Push-ups. If you do not engage your core during push-ups, your low back will sink and it will be no good for your spine. It will actually cause you issues. So engaging your core during push-ups is critical. And also it's going to help you lift up a little bit easier. It'll take the burden off of your upper body, off of your arms. And what I personally like to do is actually I engage through my abs once I'm at the bottom there. I engage through my abs first, lifting my spine up and then pushing up through my arms. So my torso is actually going up before my arms are extending. And that is simply a mind to muscle action. I think about my abs engaging and pulling up towards my spine, lifting my midsection up and then extending my arms by pushing my hands into the ground. Squats. I do squats in a variety of different ways, but the key to squats is putting all of that weight in your heels, which will put the burden in your hamstrings and your glutes. And in order to make that even stronger, you want to lift your chest up to put that weight on the back side of your body. And your abs have to engage in order to keep that chest lifted. My favorite variations of squats, one of them is the front squat. I found that this one was incredibly helpful in training me to keep my chest lifted. By having the weights in front of you, you have to counteract that by using the muscles in your low back to lift your chest. And by default, your abs are going to be working there too. But this is just great for improving your form if you have trouble with you lean a little bit too forward in your squats. So these are great for that. And then also if you're a little bit more advanced, pistol squats are one of my favorites, or any kind of single leg squat is good for your abs. But pistol squats in particular, you have to stick that front leg out. That is going to kill your abs. You have to lift that leg up, and it's kind of like if you're doing a dead hang and doing leg lifts. That's essentially what you're doing here, but you're also doing a squat on the other side of your leg. There's a lot going into this movement. It's challenging completely overall. All of these exercises work your core in its entirety, so your back and your abdominal wall all get worked in all of these exercises. Deadlifts, Romanian deadlifts, any variation of a deadlift is going to help develop your abs. So just like squats, even though this is predominantly a lower body exercise, you have to maintain a rigid torso. So that means engaging your back muscles, engaging your abs, pulling them in so that your spine is protected as you lift that weight up and down. All of these exercises create sort of an endurance-based workout within your ab muscles while you're actually targeting the main ones that you want to grow, like your glutes, your hamstrings, and whatnot. So this helps develop a lean ab base. You just got to keep those low abs pulled in nice and tight, but you should still be able to breathe through your lungs. I would practice vacuums if you are not familiar with this process. Go look up vacuums, find a little tutorial, start practicing those. Or I'll find a tutorial and link it below, or create one myself, but I'll link one probably in the meantime. Swings are the last exercise that I love to use to develop my abs. So the technique for swings are very similar to Romanian deadlifts. However, you're going to be swinging a weight between your legs. You're also in a more of a semi-sumo stance rather than a more narrow squat stance. because you need some space to get that weight through. And I use a dumbbell. You can also use a kettlebell, which is the traditional weight that you use. However, I only have dumbbells. And form for swings is just like all the other exercises, critical. You need to maintain a rigid torso. Your spine needs to be protected through all of these exercises. And this exercise in particular is going to increase your heart rate a lot more. It consumes a lot of energy. It's a power move. So you're not only lifting weight, but you're moving quickly. So you are going to use your lungs a lot more in this movement. But if you are a beginner, make sure to learn the technique of all of these exercises. Practice your form over and over and over again before you start adding on a lot of weight. Make sure your technique is good. Now, while all of these exercises help build abs, you do need to support that growth with proper nutrition. And if you want lean six-pack abs, you want to eat a balanced, whole food-based diet, eating enough calories, but eating mostly whole foods. Lots of colors in your produce. Eat in every food category before you eat that processed junk, okay? Check out my channel for more. I'll see you guys in the next video.